Hello and welcome back to the Children Lead the Way podcast. I'm your host today, Stacey Innes, and we've got an incredible speaker with us, one of my favorite people, Denita Dinger. Welcome.
I'm very grateful to be here today, and I am excited about the topic.
So, for those of you that don't know Denita is an incredible educator, speaker, and advocate. She's from the USA. She has her own childcare program and runs an amazing Facebook page, Listen to the Children. And Denita's life message, I think, is about empowering children.
It is, and I think the reason that it is because I didn't always see the value in empowering children. When I began my career as an early childhood professional back in 1998, it was the complete opposite. It was myself. I had all the power. I controlled the schedule. I controlled what the children were learning. I came in with goals and objectives um, of what children would be learning, should be learning, with little respect for what they were actually wanting and ready to learn. What I did not know is the better teaching happens when I realized that children should be leading that, and children should be choosing what they're ready to learn, and just empowering them through respecting their interests, respecting their own individual schedules, their own individual selves.
What would you say is the kind of key elements really of a child who is empowered to a child that maybe isn't?
Huge difference is in behavior. I believe when children are empowered and they have a sense of control and they have the opportunities to gain the skills they need to be in control, um, there are far fewer behavior challenges. And I believe it's because the children are empowered. The children decide what they are going to do. I've created the environment. It is full of open ended opportunities, but what is going to happen in that environment is owned by the children. Before, when children were not empowered, when they all were depending on me to direct them, to fix everything, to do all that work for them, when they were all depending on that, I had no time to meet needs.
And that I think is everything. The relationship and trusting in a child and being there and understanding their needs is huge, isn't it?
I think just the trust and the safety and the level of relationship that I foster with children now doesn't even compare to my first, oh gosh, probably 10 years in the field. My Facebook page, my consulting business name is Listen to the Children. And it is the most precise statement I think I could possibly make as far as what it is I am so passionate about. And in all things, in all situations with children, first and foremost, listen to the children. That respect goes a long way towards empowering children.
If I think, how did I empower my child? How did that transformation happen? Because I built the school to empower my child. I built him an actual school because he wasn't thriving in his environment that he was in. He was overwhelmed. And what did that mean to empower him? It meant to overcome my fear and let go of my own expectations, my own worries, and meet him right there in that space with him.
I think adults are so afraid of letting go of control. And I find many adults either under their breath or said out loud is, oh my gosh, this child is so out of control. Well, yes, they are out of control because adults are doing all the controlling. Their children are not getting the opportunity to learn how to control themselves. There's skill that they need to learn. There's methods they need to learn, and they can only learn that when they're given the opportunity to control themselves. Adults do just way too much for children. We think we need to fix everything for them. We need to avoid any kind of, unwanted, undesired emotions. Um, I fear we go for, we're seeking just happy children all the time, and if children are anything less than happy, then many adults come in and fix the situation. I am not proud of this at all, but children back then, before I realized, they would hear me tell them, you don't need to act that way. This is not okay. I would tell them how they should feel. This shouldn't make you sad, or this shouldn't make you mad. And I chuckle at where my mindset was back then, as who was I to tell a child how they should or should not be feeling. I need to meet them where they are and give them space for those emotions.
The emotional side's so important, isn't it? And for me, as a parent, I was so overwhelmed by my child's emotions that I was always trying to fix it, because those emotions for me, because they were so big, they didn't feel safe. And part of trusting him, part of changing myself, was being able to trust him and trust me that we could both manage those emotions. And when that happened, the journey's just been so different, so inspiring.
Perfectionism, I think, is what gets in our way of just relaxing and sitting in those moments with our children. We as parents, from the parent perspective, and I think too from a teaching perspective, there's a level of formality we think that it needs to happen. We're afraid in every moment how we handle it is going to, what are the effects going to be on this child? Nope, I can't let go of control just in this moment, because then they're going to expect this every time. It's what I'm getting at, is to just let go of that formality, let go of that, oh my gosh, I can't let this happen, and just relax and be there with those children in that space and in that moment.
Yeah, it's kind of like join them in their joy. I feel that that's one of the things here, is that actually, when you're right in that moment with them without expectation, and they love learning, they see you're there with them, they feel seen, they feel valued, they feel heard, and that moment sits with them forever, doesn't it? Thank you, Denita, for this amazing conversation today, and for the inspiration you've given me along my journey.
Oh gosh, I was just going to say the same thing right back at you. It's always an honor, Stacey, anytime we get to chat.
And those of you listening to this, I hope you also feel inspired to empower children, to listen to the children and let them lead the way.